Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today I want to do a video on the power of these characters, because I've been seeing a lot of comments and on the live stream and in my Discord that a lot of people are very underwhelmed with the 10th anniversary characters. They're calling them weak, they're calling them bad, etc, etc. I will say I think I underappreciated Rukia when I first saw her, like, kit and whatnot. I will admit that, but from what I first saw, Ichigo looked absurd. And finding out there's new info on her EX link, it's a bit different. It is a bit different. But yeah, I want to go over the characters. Let me know down below your thoughts on the characters' damage, their kits, all of that sort of thing. And let's just hop right on in. I will have to double check the actual strong attack kits towards the very end or when I get to those, but at the moment, let's just go over the skills. So, I'm in the wrong page. Sick. We're starting off great. So for Ichigo, he has paralysis plus on all of his strong attacks, human killer plus. He has a superior SA2 and a superior SA3, along as well with the EX move that kind of just like does a bunch of damage over time for a few seconds. I don't really know how to really explain it. They call it continuous sweeping attacks. He's a mind character, human killer plus. And let's go over the EX skill. So the EX skill. This is a skill where if you have it, it's a whole separate soul trait, essentially, for any mind character in the first slot. So Ichigo is essentially getting an extra 18 to 30% Berserker, depending on the level, the dupe level that you have. I will say, yes, it is a bit scummy, but guess what? That is the name of the game, making money. So it's whatever. At least it's not that bad of an increase. It's only 3% per dupe. It's not terrible, so it is what it is. I've seen worse, much worse in other games. But so yeah, you can apply this to any character that's a mind character in the first slot, and they will get an extra 30% Berserker for their link on top of the recharge. I originally thought it was only the recharge or only the Berserker, but it is actually both. And since the Berserker is also a separate boost or a separate multiplier, it is also better apparently than the when you're at full stam, you increase your strong attack damage by 20%. I think that's essentially what this is, but just a different multiplier, and it goes up to 30, so it's a 14% recharge with that Ryukin link of 30% essentially. So that right off the bat is an insane value, one, for your units, and two, you're also going to be doing way more damage. On top of that, it's a 14% recharge character with the full stamina only, reduced strong attack cooldown of 6%. So with the superior strong attacks, you're going to be getting your strong attacks back much quicker. You know, he has Havoc Sprinter, obviously that's whatever. But then he has a 100% Berserker value, and these are two separate Berserker values, so they don't stack. Or they do, they're different multipliers, so that's going to be much better. Bombardment plus 2, so a soul bomb hits even more. It's not like that insane, but if you can like one-shot the mobs at like 1 out of 5, I think that'd be a huge bonus. He does have paralysis, so it isn't that big of a deal, but if you've played Guild Quest, you know when you soul bomb and sometimes one mob is just sitting in the corner completely fine, it aggravates you. Increased chance against humans, long stride, sharpshooter, and then a whole nother multiplier, damage inflicted at full stamina of 50%, frenzy plus 3, so you'll basically be proccing all the time, debilitator of 5 seconds, weaken defense, poise break, all status summon duration minus 200%, so he's immune to the new GQ, and then 100% SP boost. So I won't lie, no, this unit is not as game-breaking as the 9th anniversary characters. Because to be honest, their EX skills are just much better, genuinely. Everything else, these characters have an upper edge on. Especially Ichigo, they have the upper edge over Kenpachi and Gremmy. But it's just that EX skill. The 100% SP boost and 30% debuff and buff are just so incredibly broken. I assume they don't want to just spam it. So it's like, what could they realistically have done that would have been better? I mean, I guess they could have just done something where they do like 120% SP boost, but then people will just complain that there's no creativity in it. Obviously, there's probably better ideas, but I'm not that creative of a person for this, so, you know, there's probably better people to ask. But the EX move looked like it did a shit ton of damage, because in the little trailer that we got, or like the gameplay, his SA1 was doing like a little tick of the super inflated bosses in that quest that they were using just to showcase damage. But then when he dropped the EX skill, it was like 4 SA1s with that amount of damage. Like, it was crazy. It was a lot of damage. So I'm hoping that the EX does a lot of damage and can basically one-shot an entire wave, except for maybe like the boss has like a little bit of HP left and you just drop like an SA1 or something to finish him off. But yeah, like, this character looks absolutely absurd. And then I also saw people saying that Byakuya is better. Like, I was speculating, like, yeah, maybe 5-5 Byakuya is better, but you look at Las Noches, which I will say I don't think it's 100% like accurate. I will say there's probably inconsistencies and whatnot, but like, whenever it's this vast of a difference, he's literally double Byakuya's damage. He's literally double. I think it's fairly obvious that this Ichigo is going to be absolutely absurd. People were complaining that he only has one status element. Yes, understandable. Like, but the status element plus has only been a thing for 6 months, so I wasn't really expecting double status element plus. Could they have? Yes, especially for like it being the 10th anniversary. But I just, it's like whatever. Like, he's still gonna be insanely broken. He's still gonna get like 55 seconds at like 1 out of 5 is my guess. Like, I'm assuming he, maybe not in this GQ actually, because it's gonna be buffed. Like, it's significantly buffed HP. But a regular Nightmare GQ, I'm assuming he's going to get like 55, 1 or 2 out of 5. So it is what it is. But yeah, and then like double Killer Plus, that's never going to happen. I genuinely don't think double Killer Plus will ever happen. They saw the longevity of Retsu Unohana, and they just ripped that out. Like, I just don't think it's ever going to happen, unfortunately. I would love it. I would love it, especially for characters like Rukia, because Rukia has a boss killer, so she only has damage multipliers from the killer to the boss, not the side mobs, the Quincy's, which I really think they should be giving out Quincy like base killer. That way she at least gets a damage bonus there, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm assuming she's still going to be very good there too. But for her EX, she is the new skill, EX status element spiritual pressure boost of 35%. Apparently, it multiplies like Kenpachi's EX move. It's like very similar. My buddy X, he's a big GQ guy, is saying that Rukia's EX link is broken. At 5 out of 5, it's 2 times. So 1.35 goes 2.7, 270% SP boost. At 1 out of 5, it's a 240% SP boost in total, since she has the 100. So it's like multiplicative, I believe. I think is how it's worded. So basically, she has Kenpachi's EX right here, almost 35% compared to the 100% that Kenpachi has. So it's a bit different, but it's still a big boost, and you don't even have to have a skill. It's just always there. It's not like you have to press it and then you have 10 seconds to clear. No, you have it with you the entire time. And this SP boost can also be a link for any character. For like example, people were mentioning Speed Bambietta because she has no SP boost, so this would be a really good link for her. On top of it, also having the recharge of 14%, so that's going to be really good. But yeah, she has Stern Really Killer Plus with Freeze Plus on all of her status elements and strong attacks. She has Sprinter 2, Havoc 20, Marauder, whatever. But yeah, the EX looks like it's going to be really good. Hopefully it is good in practice. But she has 100% Berserker. Like, why are people writing off 100% Berserker? Like, I understand it's not anything new realistically. Same thing with the EX skill. Like, it's not like the most insane thing ever, but it's still like new. It's different. Like last year, I guess they added the EX skill, but that was about it. This, they're adding a whole separate like link essentially that's gonna be buffing any character of that attribute in the entire game. So I don't know. I think it's somewhat similar, but it is what it is. Devastation of 50%, Debilitator of 5 seconds, increased status element chance against Quincy's, Long Stride, all status element duration minus 200%. Frenzy 3, basically being base for every big celebration, is really cool. Bombardment plus 1, damage to frozen enemies about 80%, weakened defense, poise break, and then SP boost of 100%. So like, yeah, they didn't get anything like incredibly new, but the EX skill I think is pretty new. It's decent. It's going to be a big boost to damage. But I will agree, yes, I think we could have definitely gone with a more interesting or interactive new mechanic. But saying it's like one of the worst things ever, it's like, come on. Like, they introduced EX skills, and almost every single EX skill in the entire game, besides like Kenpachi's and Gremmy's, are pretty mediocre. So it's like, I'll take this. I'll take this. Unfortunately, I won't lie though. Her actual attack isn't that great. It's like the slow trap attack, like Toshiro. So I will say that's a pretty big, unfortunate L. But besides that, the EX SP boost is really, really cool. But now going on to the damage. So if we look at the damage, I go over this in my Should You Summon, by the way. So this might sound a bit repetitive, I'm not gonna lie, but I just wanted to actually clarify because I also didn't know the Rukia SP boost thing at the time, so that's why I wanted to also add that in. So this is gonna be Rukia when she has like no sides or like anything. Obviously, same thing for Ichigo's, I forgot to mention, but at 1 out of 5, she is slightly worse than a 5-5 little Toto, and I'm gonna clarify it again. Who actually has a 5-5 little Toto? Genuinely, who do? I don't believe more than 5 people in the entire game has more than a 2-5 little Toto. I genuinely don't. This Rukia is going to be premium. She's anniversary. It's a hype celebration. Also in one of the best banners in the entire year in terms of the filler, and both the characters are incredibly broken. But 1 out of 5, 235 damage, and then at 5 out of 5, 435 damage. But I don't know if they actually knew about the SP boost that Rukia has with the EX link, because this was already out hours before my buddy told me about that, so I'm curious if they didn't know that, and that's how the EX boost worked. Also, it's like a different status. I want to say it's multiplicative, like, or a different multiplier. A bunch of big words, not enough water, tired. But yeah, like Rukia's gonna be very, very good. I definitely think they could have, you know, taken out Poise Break, because I can't lie, both of these characters I don't think actually need Poise Break, considering she has almost a guaranteed chance to freeze, and Ichigo has almost a guaranteed chance to proc. They definitely probably could have removed those and given them, I guess Rukia maybe full stam, and then Ichigo damage to paralyze enemies. But like, you know, I'm also kind of disappointed that neither of them have Rampage, but who knows, maybe they'll save that for round 2, because I won't lie, we got Driscoll this year, and I would have loved to see Rampage on one of these characters. I guess that's one skill that I 100% would have loved to have seen. Especially like Ichigo always being all angry and stuff. I feel like Rampage would really fit him. But I don't know. Maybe one day we'll get it. But they're very stingy with that skill, so like expecting Rampage for this is just kind of like, I don't know. They probably don't want to basically make it so they one-shot everything at 0 out of 5 in this game at that point. But like, she's still gonna be incredibly good. Like, I still can't believe people saw this and were like, wow, this character sucks. Like, 100% Berserker, 100% SP boost. Okay, wrap it up. They're good. They're gonna be really, really good just immediately. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like, I feel like these characters are gonna be really, really good. And then this is the EX thing, by the way. So it's only going to be used on the first lot. When I saw this, I thought it was only the Berserker and like just regular Berserker, and I was like, oh, that sucks. But no, it's going to be the Recharge and the Berserker as a different multiplier, kind of like Berserker. That's what it's going to be like, which is pretty interesting. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, these characters are going to be absolutely broken. I have a Should You Summon if you want to go watch that. And like I don't know, I think they're really cool. I love the designs. I guess they're strong attacks. Do they have their strong attacks here? So their attacks, let's go over. Normal attack is like the Lily Barrow beam, like the Nad string, and it's so good. It's so good. Alright, and then we have a 750 AoE. It's like a belt, a fan, kind of. Okay, can I see who that is similar to? That is not out yet, I guess. Okay, that's not out yet. I was trying to like see a name. I want to say... Alright, so I understand why there is no references for his SA1. Apparently it is the Mind Candace, the 1000-year Blood War one is his SA1, but it's her SA2. So it's a suction into a beam, so it's still pretty good. It's not like terrible. It's not like the Stark shotgun blast or anything where it just shoots out in like 5 different beams where it's just absolutely terrible. And then the SA2, I'm pretty sure this is just a 960. Similar to be like exactly like Byakuya, if I'm not mistaken. I can actually double check actually just to make sure it's the right thing. It was kind of similar, but you know, then again, I could be wrong. I don't look at the attacks too often. Yeah, magnification 120. It would be 140 on Ichigo because it's a superior SA2, so more mags, more damage. Yeah, AoE distant 960. And then we have the SA3, which is just a full screen. So like, yeah, I mean, he has a good kit too. It's not like he has a shit kit. Like people were like complaining about. So like, if anything, the SA1 is a bit iffy, but it's still good. It's not bad. It's still a good attack. And then as for Rukia, she has a SA1 840 AoE distant. No cap, can't remember what that one is either. I'm assuming it's one. Oh, isn't it each? I'm pretty sure it's. All right, so apparently they have Giselle's SA1. Okay, I was literally just on Giselle. I don't know how I didn't remember that, but Rukia has Giselle's SA1. SA2 looks to be Toshiro's last year's. The Heart Toshiro's SA2, so it's a bit slow, but it's still fine. It's still good. Funny that both the Freeze characters got it, and then obviously the SA3 is full screen, both 1200 radius. Oh, Ichigo has 1260, has a bit more. Oh, because he has the superior SA3. Yeah, that's why. But yeah, I mean, these cards are gonna be good. They're gonna be really, really broken, and I am looking forward to summoning for them. So yeah, let me know down below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and let me know who your favorite is of the two. Peace out.